Esquire, baby. Rex, J Sands.
Let's go.
Oh, say I'm money, say you are complete to me, I get you. By the way that you move and the way that you smile. Say, oh my Dorima, baby, you be giving your hand, I'll take you anywhere. You give me something that I never had. Cause you care, but about to me and the family. Say, why you waiting on me to talk to you? Yeah, I'ma listen what y'all say. Yeah, don't move out in and come here. Yeah, they on the nail, dirty wine, girl, dirty wine. Yeah, say, tama in and not the bite to get out. Say, baba.
Tua ma au nanga mo tau sa mo service station nei to nai matu. Ma tau te utuina lo ta vale, ma le tele o nisi o matu au nanga ese ese. Ai le ngata foile, ma tau te sia ke ina fo ilo ta vale. Siapa lah yang voice wow, mau lah ucapan. Afai foi vai pa olosa. Awala te pon, ma tu te siapa lah yang voice mau lah ucapan. Molo no posibilidad. Mua, tapela ucapan le peaut. Mua, tapela o telefone ni tai me utu ina le ucapan. Male vaenga mulu. Mana tua fo. E matua I whasaina, lo tau makitapa ai no fuanga whapengi. Hota Samoa, ore mota mo Samoa. Mato te fia e au na pea mo o Samoa. Maftaile fia mai. We'll see you again. God bless.
Ela wana faila whaakau. Ile tupele na mai talo voucher. Ela wana whaakau ma me te mga oi. Ile voucher. Tai fu se fa na ila se mai ole. Talo voucher mo wai whaakau me ai ole ya so. Ya no fat.
Talofa lava everyone. Hello. And a warm Pacific greetings to all of our viewers today joining us on BluTable Talanoa. We're here. Can you see the background? Man, it's a beautiful day here in the 09 Okilani. Auckland, New Zealand. We've got Claudia, of course. Claudia, how's your day been?
Oh, it has been excellent.
Yeah.
It's been really exciting. And if you probably have noticed as well, we've got these new animations for all the podcasts held at Blue TV. They're really, really cool. And I've just really liked the little animations of all the hosts. That was really fun to shoot.
Yep.
So it's been really exciting. And you've probably noticed that we also have someone very special next to us.
Yeah. We have the awesome Lorenzo here in studio today, who's just finished his Pacific Health Talanoa with Lorenzo. His show is before ours, but today we thought, Lorenzo, hi mai, come through, because it's going to be a little bit of a talk to get to know our host a little bit better. You're probably sick of hearing my voice and Claudia's voice in our faces, but today we're going to see, Lorenzo, how's your day been and how was your first show on Blue TV?
To be honest, it's really good to get that first show out of the way.
Yeah.
I'm not nervous anymore, to be very honest. I felt a little bit nervous just in the beginning, just before my show, but glad to get that out of the way. So I can't wait to come back, to my next show, which is Friday, because tomorrow I'm on 5:31 PI. But how am I today? I'm absolutely fantastical.
Yeah, fantastical.
Fantastical.
I love that word. Do you know what? I have never met anyone else say the word fantastical, because I used to say it all the time. And I used to get mocked for saying fantastical.
No, you don't get mocked on BluTable.
No, not at all.
No, okay.
We embrace everyone.
But how awesome, Claudia mentioned earlier on with the animations down there below. Yes, Blue Wave, Blue TV is proudly owned and operated by a Pacifica team, a Pacific team. And it's pretty awesome. Man, it's crazy. I'm done.
There's a saying there, by Pacific, for Pacific. And I think that's what, Blue TV and Pacific Business Hub and all other Pacific businesses are about, It is operated and led by our own people.
Yes.
For our own people.
Yeah.
With a dash of South American in there.
With a dash.
For a bit of spice.
It's like with a dash of South America. Like this.
There's another historical theory that we came from South America.
Yes,
so
exactly.
Yeah.
And that is why it feels so close to you guys, because our cultures are pretty much the same.
Yeah, it is.
So I'm like.
And I'm pretty sure we're gonna find you the perfect Samoan man to link up, because that's what our Wednesday talk. That's what our Wednesday talk's gonna be about. She's single, Yes, we're gonna go search for the perfect Samoan man for Claudia. What do you reckon? What do you reckon, Renzo?
I've got 100 lining up already, so.
Exciting. Now, line them up. We'll bring them on the show next week.
Anyways, look, we're gonna get straight into. We're gonna get to know a little bit about Renzo over the next couple of weeks, because Wednesday we've dedicated to the real saucy hot topic discussion for your Wednesday, every Wednesday with Pea and Claudia. But today we're gonna get to know Renzo. But Renzo, I'm sure everyone's wondering what villages you're from, family, history, your DNA type, your tell us, blood type.
Thanks, Pea and Claudia, for having me on your show, BluTable. I was born and raised in Samoa, and I migrated to New Zealand when I was just before I turned 14. That was back in 1998. And I did all my schooling in Samoa. There was no preschool, no such thing called preschool in Samoa. Every babies, they do their own preschool at home with their parents.
It.
Okay, so I did my preschooling at home with my mum, and then primary school in my village, Pelelo Wanganga, Savaiarewhanga. So I'm from Savaiarewhanga, and I have my mum is from and Tufulele.
Oh, that's in Alipaka.
Yes. And my dad is from Lefanga, Savaiarewhanga, and Satupaitea. So I moved to New Zealand in 1998, and I attended the best school, the best boys' school in New Zealand.
Oh, the best boys' school.
Galston Boys High School.
Galston.
Yeah.
West Side. Shout out to all the West Sides that have tuned in.
And Galston Boys first 13, they're playing against Mags right now. That game started at 4. And I tell you what, I can predict the score right now.
What's your prediction then?
Galston will come away with 52 points win
Yeah.
to, I would say, I'll give Max 12. Yeah.
Well, you heard it here first.
Sorry about it, but that's how confident I am.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
I love the confidence.
Just kidding. But then I did my high schooling at Kelston Boys High School, went to Auckland University, got those what they call degrees, you know. Yeah, and then started working in the health sector. Sorry, my very first job out of after university was Immigration New Zealand.
Oh.
I was an immigration officer for 4 years, and then after 4 years with Immigration New Zealand, that's when I met my wife.
And you know what? She's stunning, eh?
Oh yeah, I'm happily married with 2 beautiful babies. So shout out to my wife and my kids who are watching right now from
Good
home.
man. Very good, man.
Yeah. Thank you for babysitting and cooking for this evening. Thank you so much. But anyways,
Does she know how to cook, your wife?
of course,
Of course.
you know.
Lorenzo, I think you're just getting a lot of brownie points right now.
Anyways, when I met my wife, met Naite back in 2009, she said, look, there's something that God has given you that you need to use and implement it. I was like, okay. Then I started looking for a job in the health sector. My very first job in the health sector was health promotion officer. And then from there, that small role took me to district health board.
Yeah.
From there to Kansas Manukau District Health Board, being a project manager for for a project for health projects.
Yeah.
And now I have in 2019 I moved from Kansas Manukau Health to Tamaki Health or Total Healthcare.
Yeah.
And I've been with the Tamaki Health whānau and family for 2 years now.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it because
love it.
they allow me to do what I do best.
Yeah.
And that is engage and interact and promote, raise awareness about health. And that is what the Pacific Health Talanoa with Lorenzo is all about.
And we love that, but there's something that you missed in your timeline.
Okay.
So there
Can
is
we play an ad, please?
I know that you're a superstar as well.
Oh,
Are you?
Yeah, for a series.
yes.
And it was quite popular. So if you don't already know, it was quite a popular, and that's how my daughter learned how to speak a little bit of her Samoan. He actually stars in a
It's like a home and away version of...
Home and away.
Yes.
Samoan home and away version.
Is that why you look really familiar?
And you know what the funny thing is? Tell us a little bit about that, because everyone in Samoa knows Lorenzo on that movie.
Oh my
Lorenzo,
gosh.
before you leave, can I get your autograph? But I can sell it on Trade Me.
Talk us a little bit about that.
Oh my gosh. So
Sorry.
It was 2013, and I used to do live acting in theatres, and that's where the acting career started. I used to be part of. I was part of the production called The Mau and the Visitor, and then from there, I was asked by the producer of the Matai series. They were looking for a young Samoan man, you know,
Single.
a young single,
Good looking.
to play a very interesting role in the Matai series. The movie is called Matai, and they were looking for a lay preacher.
Yeah.
And at the time, people were like, you should go to a theological college.
Yeah.
So that sort of like, encouraged me to go for the role. In 2013, I got into the series, the Samoan version of Home and Away.
Yeah.
A lot of drama in there. Oh my God.
Man, the drama that went down.
Oh my gosh, you know what? That always ruined my relationship with Naiti. Because, honestly.
That's what I'm talking about. Hot topic on BluTable.
I don't know how many times Naiti said to me, you better stop going to that movie. And I was like, oh, okay. Nothing serious.
It was just acting.
I was just acting. It's what we do on every Sunday, every white Sunday. It's acting, right?
Yep.
But you know what? There's something that helped me a lot with gaining confidence in front of the camera.
Yeah.
And then all these other opportunities came, like me being a commentator on Sky Sport, being on the project, Tangata Pacifica. It all comes natural now because of the Matai series.
Yeah.
So it's giving me a lot, and it's blessed me with many opportunities.
And you know what I love that you've mentioned, because it's from a product of Samoa that's led you into the many roles. That, blessed with many roles. Sky.
Yes.
And Sky's a massive name.
Oh, carry on.
Carry on. Stop. But, you know, and then Tangata Pasifika, 531. And, man, the biggest name, man, I got that BluTable. No, I'm just saying, like, you know, it's from a Samoan-owned product.
Absolutely.
You know? But you know what? That hot topic, though, his wife.
Oh,
gosh, relax, man, girl.
You know what? I'll tell you a secret. I'm very, very sorry, but I'm going to tell it.
Tell us a secret.
You know what?
Yeah.
When I went to meet Nature's family for the very first time, and I got to meet the dad for the very first time, that was the first thing he asked me, are you still acting in that movie? And I was like, oh my God. I was like,
you have to
can
watch
you smell what the rock is cooking?
I'm going to.
You have to watch it.
I'm going to.
If you haven't watched the Matai series, man, check this guy out. And I tell you, man, drama after drama after drama.
Man.
No, I tell you, if I was Nate, I'd be like, get off.
Oh,
I'll be like, cut, show's over. But there you have it, just a little insight into Lorenzo's very vibrant life.
I apologize.
I'm excited for your show now.
I am.
There's heaps of high energy here.
Yeah. No, you know what? I think we need to invite his wife on the show.
Ooh.
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay. So you really want to turn it into a Home and Away show now?
Oh, yes.
Bring it on.
We really want to talk on BluTable Talanoa. But Renzo, was there anything else? Like who, from all of that what you've done and, you know, previously, who has been your Pasifika standout or someone that's been, you know, your Pasifika that's influenced you the most?
You know what? My key heroes, for getting me to where I am now are my parents, my mum and dad. And I would never, there is no one that can take their place. No one, especially my dad. My dad, he used to be a church minister, and they got me into like leading our church youth, from a very young age.
A church minister.
A church minister.
Oh, so you're Fefe'au's son.
My dad was Fefe'au, and that's how we got into the youth, everything to do with youth.
Yeah.
I had to be that main actor because I was a Fefe'au son. I had to like lead by examples. I had to like fake my attitude. I had to. I had to be the last person to
play the role.
I had to play all those roles, but you know what? No regrets because the fact that I'm here and between you and you is because of what my parents gave me. Blessings.
Yeah.
Totally. And there's a saying, the pathway to blessings is through service. I'm not really a fan of the real phrase of the pathway to authority is through blessings, but I love. I've changed the instead of saying authority. I like to say blessings. The pathway to blessings is through your service.
Yes.
I love that. I love that I got to know a little bit about Lorenzo. See, you didn't know about his superstar role in the Matai.
A lot more interesting. They're watching that show now.
Look, Renzo, we're going to be seeing a lot more of you. But we just wanted to get that. I knew that we could pick out that hot topic out of Renzo.
I want to move. You want to move.
Renzo, remind our viewers again where they can find you and what they can expect on your show Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday.
So right here on Blue TV and my Facebook page called Pacific Health Talanoa with Lorenzo, you will find me there at 3 o'clock in the afternoon until 4, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. No Thursday because I'm on Radio 581 PI, and Friday. Only from 3 to 4, you will get the best advice about health right from Blue TV.
Look, guys, we're going to go into a break because we've got Hannah right after this. We're going to talk a little bit about that saucy stuff that
it's going to be very controversial.
Yeah.
Very taboo.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I'm kind of a little bit worried, but we're going to kick Renzo out of the studio. So don't forget to tune in every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. So Renzo's got a lot of work to do. So that's us saying.
Thanks, Pea. Thanks, Mamacita.
Thank
you so much. I love you.
You can come back anytime, Lorenzo.
Stay tuned, guys.
Welcome to the Pacific Business Hub.
Ila wana whailau whaakau. Ili tupele na mai talo for voucher. Ila wana whaakau me te mga oi. Ili voucher. Time for so far now, ila sumayole. Talo for voucher mo wai whaakau me ai le so. Ia no fat.
Tau tua mara au nanga remote tau sa mo service station nei tona i matu. Ma tau teu tuina lo ta vale, ma le tele unisio matu au nanga i sesi. Ai le ngata foi le, ma tau te sia ke ina fo i lo ta vale. Siapa lah yang voice wow, mau lah ucapan. Apa itu yang baik Pak Olusa? Awalnya telepon, matu tu siapa lah yang punya mau lah ucapan. Mulu no posibilidad, mua, tapi lah ucapan lebih out. Mua, tapi lah telepon ni dia mau tu inai lah ucapan. Malah bayang mulu. Mana tua fu? Matua i whasaina, lo tau maftapa ai no fuanga whapengi. Mata Samoa, ore mata mo Samoa. Mato te fia e au na pea mo oi Samoa. Maftaile fia mai. We'll see you again. God bless.
We've got the three ladies here on BluTable Talanoa. First of all, a massive shout out to our sponsors. We cannot forget the sponsors. Without our sponsors, we wouldn't even have a show. Pacific Easy Money Transfer, thank you so much. Pacific 40, man, convenient way to send vouchers just like that to Samoa or to anywhere in the Pacific. Malta or Samoa, thank you so much. And then we've got Seki Works, Say Oriana, and of course, the only, the Pacific Business Hub. If you need any help at all with an existing or a new business idea, man, head over to the hub now. Man, check out this weather, man, ladies, man, I love it.
Oh,
it's like
beautiful.
Seki,
It's like nice and crisp.
Nice.
and
Also nice and sunny at the same time.
I
know. It's been a good day today. Yeah.
I like how I like how it's all like smiles and laughter before we dive into the controversial topic.
Very controversial.
That's
like so everyone's gonna be like, what are you talking about? Yes, we've decided that for our Hump Day Wednesday, if you've just tuned in, our BluTable Talanoa, where it's all things Pacific. Look, it's not going to be bilingual, it's all going to be in English, and we're going to have, from time to time, a few changes here on the show, but Wednesday we've decided Hump Day, let's go for a hot topic for our podcast, BluTable Talanoa. Is it going to be nasty? I don't know. Is it? Let's get into it.
Let's get
into it. Okay, first question.
Number one.
Boom. Number one. Go on, Claudia.
Go, Claudia. What do you reckon? Polygamy.
Oh.
Are we for it or against it? Or should we talk about what polygamy is first?
Yeah. So polygamy is basically the practice.
The practice?
There's a practice? Yeah. I wouldn't call it a practice, but it's basically having more than one spouse.
Yes.
So being okay, I know there are religions that practice it. With it being within a Pasifika, especially the Samoan community, it's quite taboo to.
Well, I just don't know how you can share
husband. Yeah.
I mean, I know hopefully the day I get married.
I think someone's wondering what a spouse is. It's the person that normally pays your bills.
But there's a lot of people
like that.
Well, I was like,
we got sugar daddy, sugar mama. No, a spouse is your partner.
Yes, your husband or your wife,
yeah.
your partner. I just can't imagine myself sharing
neither
with someone else.
Neither can I. I don't think it's something I'd
And how will that work though? So like, is it like Monday to Wednesday, like he's mine and then?
So I think it's from Monday to Friday. And then from Friday, I know because I haven't experienced it just like before my marriage. No, I'm just saying. So from Monday, I think how it works is it's not even a share thing. I think for comment below. What do you think?
But then,
what are you thinking?
What if the person that gets him or her Friday to Sunday? Isn't it like the fun days? like you know, the days here's the weekend, you gotta go out, you can do you don't have to work. Like, I mean,
I'm not sure. I know in the Pasifika community, it's probably it's called.
Oh, girl! If you have two husbands or two wives, you're gonna get caught out and dragged on the street because I don't think many people practice that.
It's not a practice actually. I think it's a hidden thing.
I think that's called cheating.
Playing up there. No, but it is. Yeah, it's not a practice. I don't think it is a practice.
Yeah.
Whereas I think with other cultures like
I know in Western culture it's becoming quite normal for younger people to normalize polygamous relationships.
Yeah.
Like I've seen Vice documentaries and people who are like one girl dating two guys and how one guy gives her emotional support and the other guy gives her some spiritual support. And they all just work, you know,
together.
Yeah. They don't
Do you know anyone? Do you know anyone that have, you know, this?
Are you in a polygamous relationship?
Relationship.
But see, I can't even bring myself to say the word.
Do you know anyone?
No, I don't know. But I do know people who would be in one and don't actually mind it. And they're quite young. I think it's becoming a trend. Like not to be in this life.
So that's interesting. Are people getting into like these polygamous relationships because it's a trend, because it's the cool thing now?
And it's very like, we know that there's a hate on Christianity. There's a hate on Western culture as a whole, values marriage.
Yeah.
I think younger people are drawing away from that old way of thinking.
So it's like a rebellious act.
Yeah. Well, it depends if you think it is rebellious or not. And so a lot of young people are coming away from that. Oh, you know how like when you're a little girl, you dreamed of your wedding,
white
dress.
I still do. I still do.
We'll get there soon. Well, like, even when I was young, like I didn't even know what love was, like being a little fiammoko, but I always dreamed of like a big, beautiful wedding. Yeah. So now girls are coming away from that. So they're seeing themselves in different forms or different identities.
Do you think it's
quite
food?
interesting? Maybe.
Do you think it's because
I'm not gonna answer to that?
No, look. Well, I'm just, you know, I'm.
It's in the KFC with all the what are they doing? The chicken.
like for my, I've been married for
17 years.
I've been with my husband for 17 years. So,
How has that been?
how? Are you trying to get me into trouble?
Yeah.
I'll be honest. We've had our ups and downs. You know, no doubt. It's not easy.
Definitely.
Because you kind of have to on the daily find ways to. It's honestly like Monday to Sunday.
Yeah.
Every time you're like there, you're working. You're working on improving. Your relationship. Communication, and then it's like we've got kids and we're trying to do the whole balance thing, but do I kind of like get bored from time to time? Yeah, so what do? I just
shout out to my
shout out to my husband, but hands down, man, hands down, my husband is 100% dedicated, a loving husband and father to our 3 girls.
We've heard a lot of amazing stories
and
about
I've
you,
seen
Paolo.
it.
Yeah,
exactly.
man, and he holds it down like 100. I think it's just my personality is just like, oh,
Yeah. No,
I'm
that's
quite,
yeah.
but have so much love and respect for my husband. But again, I'm constantly finding ways. My husband's quite content, so he's happy.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry that I had to talk about. Maybe I should bring him on the show one day.
Yeah,
but,
you should. Definitely.
Yeah, but I don't. This new trend thing.
Yeah. I don't resonate with it. I honestly know people who would be in a polygamous relationship. And some people, to me, I thought it was a commitment issue. Like maybe some people don't want to be committed to one person. So they they share the load with 2 people. They share the 2 people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, and I'll be honest, like I think I've heard a few people saying, whatever makes you happy. But does it make you happy? Like if you're in a relationship like this, highly doubt that a Pacifican, and I shouldn't say that actually because I think,
I don't think so, but maybe things will
that
change.
we do, but maybe it's something that hasn't really. I'm actually no, I lie. I do know someone who's been in a relationship like that with a Indian man, but I think that's part of. I think that's okay.
I think there are some areas in India where you...
I think you can.
No, yeah,
have
for
more
some,
than one.
yeah,
Definitely. So I think he's had 4 wives, and they've all had to live together. I'm not going to name the name, but he is. I do know this person, and I do know the Samoan lady.
Wow.
That
It's like, how do you keep everyone equally happy?
Yeah.
I don't.
Because I ain't gonna be happy with 3 other girls.
No, because if my husband is kissing his other wife, like even like 2 seconds longer than me, I'll be like, excuse me.
And I think, honestly, if our viewers, man, share your comments. I mean, there's no right or wrong answer. We're not gonna,
we're not gonna judge you.
We're not gonna judge you. Like it's just an open discussion, man. This is what Wednesday's gonna be a little bit like, but. I personally wouldn't like to see my husband with another. We've discussed it like not like that. Like we're gonna go there, but I'm like jokingly, what would you say? You know how women, test them, and he's like, no, I wouldn't. Only because he knew that I wouldn't like it. But I don't know. I don't know how they did that whole.
No, that's all good. And
but you know what? How much would it cost
to
what?
To have 4 wives?
Oh, I was like, to do what?
You know what, dude? Before we roll into another break, we're gonna get into how much it will cost to have 4 wives.
Do the math.
Because I have some interesting points that one, I cannot personally.
Yeah.
I do not have the energy to entertain 2 people. It's hard for me to entertain one person.
Yeah.
In friendships, in relationships, and anything. So to me, it's just like so energy draining. But we will be discussing that after the break.
Yeah.
So
straight after the
break.
Claudia, straight after the break.
Straight after the break.
This is crazy.
Dela wana whailau whaakau. I le tupele na mai le talo for voucher. Dela wana whaakau mea te mga oi i le voucher. Tai fu se whanau le lapsi mai o le talo for voucher o mawai whaakau mene ai o le yaso. Ia no whaat.
Tau tua ma le au nanga re mo tau sa mo service station le tona i mata. Ma tau te utuina lo ta vale ma le tele o nisi o mata au nanga i se ese. Ai le ngata foile ma tau te sea ke ina fo i lo ta vale. Siapa lah yang voice wow, mau lah ucapan. Apa itu yang baik pak urusan? Awalnya telepon, matu siapa lah yang voice mau lah ucapan. Mulu no posilah dia, mua tapi lah ucapan lebih out. Mua tapi lah telepon ni time out tu inai lah ucapan. Mana baik nggak mulu. Mana tua fo e matua I fasa ina lo tau maktapa ai no fuanga papingi Ota Samoa ole mota mo Samoa Mato te fia e au na pe mo o Samoa Aftaile fia mai we'll see you again God bless
Talofa lover and welcome back to BluTable Talanoa. Just before this segment, we were talking a lot about relationships, marriage, some bit of taboo subjects, but on that subject, we were talking about women. And we're living in a time where women are... We're
strong.
To be a woman. We're free to do what we want, but there is still improvements that we need to make. But we have a lot of opportunities. We have so many things that are available to us. And we wanted to talk about who inspires us in business.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you, Pea, first. If there was one woman you could think of that inspires you in regards to your career or what you want to be moving forward, who would that be?
I don't think I've got really... I mean, the only person that I've mentioned her so many times before is probably Laura. Big one over Laura is because just generally she's never been about this and that, and she believes in there's room for everyone to grow. So probably Laura, and I'm not so much in business, but probably my mum. You know, she doesn't. I was gonna say her family's her business, but you know what I mean. It is really, but she holds it down 100%, and it has to be my mum.
Can I just say that it's a lot easier for me to name a lot of successful businessmen
Yes.
than it is to name successful businesswomen.
I actually agree with you on that. Yeah.
Like, because when I think of like successful people I look up to, my initial thoughts go to men. And that's not because like women aren't as equally successful. It's just that unfortunately there's a lot more men in the space than women.
I agree with that because it actually took me a while to think of a woman.
Yeah.
all of my favorite content creators, filmmakers, video game makers are all men.
Yeah.
But in saying that, I'm not trying to say women are limited to, you know, whatever this world limits us to. But we need to push our women out there more.
Yeah.
We need to support them. We need to showcase their stories, because I'm so sure there's so many women out there who are inspiring the masses. But who would your one woman be if you did have one woman that you looked up to?
Do you know what I really, really looked up to? Looked up and down. Michelle Obama.
Wow.
I do. I mean, she was a very, very strong first lady. The way she carried herself, the way she, very eloquent speaker. Everything that she she's just so strong.
Yeah. Absolutely. And she held a really good campaign. Okay, I'm looking at this from like a campaign point of view. And was a supporter of her husband. They looked like a strong family unit. And regardless of what their kids was doing, like did you see the press releases, their kids are smoking drugs, blah, blah, blah. They still kept it strong.
Yeah.
And that's what's important. When I'm thinking of someone who I look up to, it's probably going to be actually a lot of the women that are close to me. So like a lot of the women in my family are quite inspirational, and also a lot of the women that I know personally in the Pacifica space, in business, which is awesome. And just seeing them do their thing, go out there, making boss moves, making decisions every day is awesome. And before we roll into another break, we wanted to talk more about women and the challenges that they face in business nowadays, and also how they overcome those challenges, and what New Zealand can do, what the Pacific Islands can do to support those women. So we'll get right into that straight after this break.
Stay tuned, guys. Welcome to the Pacific Business Hub.
Tua ma le au nanga mo tau sa mo service station nei tona i mata. Ma tau te utuina lo ta vale, ma le tele o nisi o mata au nanga i se ese. Ai le ngata foile, ma tau te sea ke ina fo ila ta vale. Siapa lah yang voice wow, mau lah ucapan. Apa itu yang baik pak ulusa? Awalnya telepon, matu tu siapa lah yang voice mau lah ucapan. Mulu no posibilidad, mua, tapi lah ucapan le peaut. Mua, tapi lah telefon ni time me utu ina lah ucapan. Malah baenga mulu. Mana tua fu? Matua i whasaina, lo tau makitapa ai no fuanga whapeni. Ota Samoa, Ore mo ta mo Samoa. Ma do te fia e au na pe mo o Samoa. Maftaile fia mai. We'll see you again. God bless.
Welcome back.
Talofa lava and welcome back. You're back with us again. The last segment we were talking about women we looked up to in business, but you know, as much as we like talking about these great things and what we want to be and our goals 10 years from now, what's most important is the process and the struggles that we face as women in business. So I wanted to ask you guys a question because I know you guys are quite diverse. You guys, these beautiful women have a diverse set of skills. They're not just in here hosting, they're doing marketing work, they're being mothers. Women have to do so many things. So I was just wanting to ask you first, Pea.
Yeah.
What is your biggest challenge that you face every day?
Every day. So it'll probably just trying to balance the kids and work life and home life. That's probably my biggest challenge.
Husband life, wife life.
Well, not really wife life. You know, my husband holds it down pretty well. You know, he's 100. But it's just a little bit about myself. Like back in the day, my kids, my two older ones, they were 3 months. And I left them at home, and I left to go to work. And you know, as soon as they're sick, it's like I can't take any time off. You know, you're made to feel like, well, that's not our problem. And I'm like looking at my boss, well, but it is your problem because, you know, who's going to take care of my sick child? I've had to kind of really, and that's been the biggest challenge, is kind of working around trying to find someone to look after my children. 3 months, they're only 3 months. And Talia, my baby, she's 1 year old now, but you know, I stayed home with her during lockdown. So at 3 months, I'm holding this like tiny baby and I'm like, oh my gosh, I left my older two at this age. It's a lot easier now. So I have a massive shout out to the team. And again, it's because our Pasifika owned businesses understand the struggles you know, that surround, you know, Pasifika women. So it's not a challenge anymore. So
Exactly. No, that's a really good point because I've worked in both very big white companies and I've also worked in Pacific companies. And when I did have my first baby and I had to go home when she was 2 months, they'd always see it as a burden. But you know, now being in a Pasifika owned business, Blue Wave is Pasifika owned from the top to the bottom. Top to the bottom. So
with a dash of South American.
With a dash of South American. And a dash of South American. And we are planning to expand. So one thing that Blue Wave has is we are family orientated. That is one of our main values. And because of that, we value everyone's health. We value everyone's time that they need to spend with their families. And I feel like businesses should incorporate this in their company because what's the point? You're spending 40 hours a week at a workplace, you know, when that could be with your kids.
You know, I'm just going to say, because I've worked in other places before, obviously. At most jobs I've had previously, you've always been made to feel that you are replaceable. Yes, everyone's replaceable, right? But at Blue Wave, you're not. You know, they see you for the person. Like I was sick a couple of days ago and it was like, forget about work, look after you. And they were checking in on me constantly and they actually cared about you. I mean, you know? That's very different.
And that's what I love about our team.
That's why you should support us.
Support us and Pacific Business because we're not the only ones who do this. There are actually many Pacific businesses who run under the same module where they prioritize family values, where they prioritize community
and culture.
And culture too. And all our sponsors do that also. And we're so happy to be connected to these sponsors because they share the same values. We don't just work alongside these people for money. We actually do it because we love our community. We're passionate.
Live and breathe
Pacific.
Yes.
Yeah. But
we're probably going to wrap up for the day.
Yeah.
But before we do, just a wee reminder to book in your cultural photo shoots.
Yeah.
Because let me just remind you, on Saturday I had the most amazing time shooting the Tongan cultural photo shoot.
Yeah.
So we are
And they turned out
extending
really good.
Thank you. It was amazing. Our photographers and the whole entire team did such an amazing job.
Yeah.
So get in on the experience. Make your booking as soon as possible because we are getting a lot of interest and we have expanded it to all of the other Pacific cultures. So there's not only Samoan, if you're Tongan, Rotuman, Fijian,
Tokelauan, Tuvalu,
everything and everyone. Hi, everything.
Bye, everyone. But honestly, a massive thank you to all of our viewers who continue to tune in daily. We know it's going to get a little bit saucy on the Wednesday, so don't forget we've got the main man himself, Asiata, next with the Samoan program podcast, and don't forget also Lorenzo. But that's it. Your girls are signing out for your Hump Day Wednesday.
Yes.
Don't forget tomorrow we do have a special guest tomorrow.
Awesome.
So we can't wait to have him on the show tomorrow. So
But thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you
our
for supporters.
sponsors.
We shall see you tomorrow.
God bless everyone.
Bye.
Esquire, baby. Rex, J Sands. Let's go. Oh, say a máquina, say you are complete to me, I get you. By the way that you move and the way that you smile. Say, oh my Dorima, baby, you be giving your hand, I'll take you anywhere. You give me something that I never had. Cause you care, but about to me and the family. Say, why you waiting on me to talk to you? Yeah, I'ma listen what y'all say. Yeah, don't move out in the come here. Yeah, they on the layout, oh, dirty wine, girl, dirty wine. Yeah, say, I'm in and not the bite to get out. Say,